1, 2, 3. This is MGC. We got another episode of React for React today. And today we're welcoming our special guest. Introduce yourself.
Diego Valadez. I'm the singer / keyboard player for the band Anthea.
And it's pretty awesome because, like, you know, before quarantine, I wanted to do a show with you guys. I've seen your band twice, you know, and, you know, and the lineup has changed since the first time I saw you. I didn't get to see the newer lineup. So
yeah, so well, when we first started, we had a different bass player and we only had one guitar player. So we added a second guitar player, so it kind of really like filled out the sound.
Yeah, and you guys are doing harmonies, I'm guessing, for the.
Yeah, so we were able to add a lot more like guitar dueling leads and all kinds of like crazy shreddy stuff like that.
And that's important, especially for something like power metal, you know, in that genre. Especially with the Maiden influence and the Hammerfall influence, and the list 100%. Goes on. Yeah. So the concept of this show, React for React, is like we're trying to reenact what it's like whenever you come over to your friend's house and show each other music videos. But because quarantine, we can't really do that anymore. So we're kind of allowing all of our viewers on YouTube and the other platforms to experience this. So what that's like, I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to show you a band that I want to show you, and then you're going to show me something you wanted to show me. Right. So the band I want to show you, they're a Japanese band. They're called Anfiel, and they got a lot of different things going on. They have a song. The song is called Tsubaki's Eyes. So
okay, let's do it.
Oh yeah, and just letting you know, we gotta leave our comments for the end.
Okay, totally fine.
Yeah.
どやけに青く綺麗だ今君はどこで誰ともこの空を見てますかいるはずのない場所でふと気づくといるはずのない君をいつも探してしまういつか誰かに香りもしくさも全部あの日のままの君窓にじむ一粒の光れば消えてしまいそうな瞳に何を伝えられただろう何を映せただろうそれはもう誰も知らない何年後の夏も君を忘れない
There you go. This band was called Anfiel. So.
That's very similar to our name.
Yeah,
when you first said it, when you first said it, I was like, oh.
It's not the same name.
That's not the same name, yeah.
IEL, and you guys are HIA. No, HEA, yeah. Yeah, HEA.
Yeah, I know when you first said it, I was like, I don't remember writing that.
So if you're familiar with Zemantis guitars, that steel guitar that guy's playing, that heavy steel guitar, like Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses plays Zemantis.
Okay.
So that red and steel guitar those are like really heavy, like back-breaking guitars. Like they weigh like a ton if you hold them, you know.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know, man. Being uncomfortable on stage is
Yeah, I like light guitars.
Exactly. Yeah.
So either that guy just like lifts weights, or you know he's just got a different type of guitar strap, or maybe he did like weight relief in it. But that guitarist, he's actually the better of the two. And he has a lot of the same abilities as like Chris Broderick from Megadeth. Like he could do like the overhand tapping and stuff like that. And like a few of their other songs, they have like overhand tapping. But yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, man, that was awesome. I really dug that. It was like, for the most part, it was like pretty like funky actually, like on the guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the jazz chords and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really dug that. And then when you get into the choruses, it's like almost like headbangy.
Yeah. Because the drums and the bass line.
Yeah, man, they definitely get things interesting. I have no idea what the lyrics are about, obviously. I don't speak Japanese.
I think it's about it might be about like the girl's eyes, since it's like Tsubaki's eyes though. But the guitar solos, you know, are still very prevalent, and the singing style, you know.
Yeah, like the vocals are great, man. Yeah.
Because how I describe it, it's like a mix of like Iron Maiden and punk rock with Morrissey on lead vocals.
Okay.
And it's also like it's like jazz with punk rhythm, kind of kind of thing.
For sure, you definitely have the jazz chords going on. I think that's very common in like Japanese music. Like you have more interesting chords than what we like typically use.
6 chords and 7 chords, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. And it fucking works, man. It sounds awesome. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear on this.
No, yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. The harmonies. Just no nudity. That's the only.
Well, all right. I'll do my best. I'll try and behave.
Yeah. So
we can blur these things out.
Yeah, or like I don't know about like you could have like Nike logos.
Okay.
So it's like and guitar solos are still very prevalent in this genre. It's like. Have you ever heard any Visual Kei bands before, or have you heard of that genre before?
No.
That genre is Visual Kei, and basically like you know about X Japan, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm more of them. Yeah.
These guys are like descendants of X Japan. So basically, if glam rock never ended in like Japan, Or if glam rock never ended in the United States, that's actually where it would have gone logically, like genre-wise. Instead of like staying in kind of like the traditional kind of hair metal sound, it would have kind of gone in like the alternative direction. And that's kind of where it like evolved to. All right, so we're going to play your recommendation next. And the best thing is, the best show is probably like whenever it's an artist like I know I haven't seen either, because I know I haven't heard these guys ever before. So I love the first time reaction. So tell me about them a little bit.
All right, yeah. Without giving too much away, I suppose, this is a band called Diabolus and Musica. They are from Spain, and they're a symphonic metal band. This song in particular, though, is a little different than what they normally do, and that's all I'll say for now.
Let's check it out.
Na 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 na. This is how you must behave. This is how I will ignore your comments. This is how you should look like. This is what you have to say. This is how I do aside and please. Following the stereotypes, you like to become an archetype. Criticizing doesn't make you so unique. If I listen to all that
Gotta say, it's like I'm a big rockabilly fan myself.
Oh, right on.
Especially with that swing rhythm, you know, it's like a heavier rockabilly song with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like oh, go on.
No, if they ever do like an acoustic version live, like I can imagine like
awesome.
what it sounds like, you know, especially with everything that they got going on in that song. It's like operatic rockabilly. with like because the name is like Misfit Swing, so.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, typically you say operatic, and that's pretty accurate because like typically they are a symphonic metal band with like operatic vocals normally. And this song is just a lot different than what they normally would do. That's why I thought I'd bring it up. And exactly, dude. It has like a really
that walking bebop bass line. Dun, 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 dun,
Exactly. There's another band that I would highly recommend if you like that song called Diabolus Swing Orchestra.
So they have another like offshoot within that group.
This is it's none of the same members. This is actually like an older group, but it's a very similar style. It's very swing metal, if that's a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Especially like when you have that stuff like that going on. Do you know what city in Spain they're from?
I don't know that. Yeah.
If they're from San Sebastian, that's like a 2-in-1 deal. Like I could go watch them and then see that city because that's my favorite. Awesome. That's my favorite city in the country.
Yeah, there you
go. So we're going to. This is gonna be my second recommendation for you. So this song's called Razzle Dazzle, and this is actually happens to be my favorite band. They're called Arlequin, and they're one of my favorite bands like in Japan, and they're probably like one of my biggest influences. So.
All right.
Yeah, let's check this one out.
戦い続けるものが響いていけば らの歌
There you go.
That was awesome, man. I can tell just by watching that video, these guys probably put on like a hell of a fucking show, man.
They're insane live. I actually have like a full live DVD of them that I downloaded.
Nice.
Yeah. I think the thing about like visual kei and Japanese rock in general is that the genre lines aren't really clearly defined.
Right.
So it's like musical genre fluid. So you could kind of go between, you know, so many different like musical genres in one song. Like they go into like a dance beat for the chorus.
Yeah. And that's one thing I always like try, because a lot of people tell me like, oh yeah, I only listen to metal, only like whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm always like, dude, you should kind of have some variety, man. Because like, especially if you're gonna be making music, the more variety you have in what you listen to, like the more interesting music you're gonna make.
Yeah, you don't want to write yourself into a corner with a song that's just like straight this way all the way to, or it's too stiff this way.
Exactly.
You know, there's got to be elements of something else in there to kind of like spice it up, you know.
Exactly. What was this band called again?
They're called Arlequin. Like
Arlequin.
Like the clown Harley Quinn, but it's like Arlequin, you know.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check more of that out.
Yeah, the 7-string guitars and bass player plays a 5-string, and you can do slap. Like everybody's good in that group. I think it's become an industry standard now that you see Kempers everybody's using Kemper amps these days. So that's like the main. That's like one of the main things. So I mean, they got the Kemper amps. Even the band before them, like Anfiel, the first band I showed you, it's like, you know, they're in the same scene, and like there's a lot of bands in Japan like that where, you know, they just jump through genres in one song.
Right. And I think that's kind of part of the Japanese thing too, is like they're very theatrical and go all out with like, not just the bands themselves, but also like the fans. Like I actually played in Japan like 3 years ago.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, man, with my other band, Solidor. And dude, it was fucking awesome. Like the opening bands were like these super like theatrical bands. And like everyone in the crowd, like there was people like dressed up as like elves and shit, because it was like a power metal show.
Nice.
Dude, it was awesome, man.
Do you remember how many cities in Japan did you play?
We played 3. We did Shinjuku, Osaka, and Shibuya.
So that's Shibuya's like Times Square, and like Shinjuku's another like really big, like popular area. Shibuya must have been insane, because that's like, you know, dude. That's more people per square foot, like than like Hong Kong or, you know, Shanghai, you know, or New York, you know, like you must have been like was it like shoulder to shoulder with the amount of people that was in that city?
I mean, there was definitely a lot of people. I wouldn't say I felt like uncomfortably shoulder to shoulder. It was just, I mean, I don't know, man.
It was a lot of people, though.
I felt like I stuck out because, like, comparatively, I'm a giant, man.
Yeah. You're a pretty tall guy. It's a lot of people there. So this is something I actually encourage anyone who's in a band or makes their own music videos or their own music, that you're more than welcome to play your own stuff on the show. And I want to encourage more of that. Like, we could even go through your entire catalog. And another great thing about the show is you could actually be on here as many times as you want, because, you know, I make the rules. So
all right.
Yeah, so you could be on here like 4 times in 1 month if you want. So basically,
hey man, I'm always up to like hearing about new bands that I've never heard of. Like that's a big thing for me. Like when we tour and stuff, like I like checking out the local bands and stuff. I always try to find new music, so I will more than.
And the whole idea behind the show is cross promotion. So basically, more people could find out about your music, my music, the channel, the artists that we want to show them, and because it's the people just randomly searching them on YouTube, you could just come across this. Because people do like in the K-pop world, the reaction video people like are making like big money. They're getting a lot of followers and all these subscribers and they only watch one music video. This is the first time where it's like 2 different artists and 2 different it's usually 2 videos, but whenever it's 4, it's even more people. So just people casually searching videos, this could pop up, React for React. So
I would be
it
more
turns
than
out
happy
I'm the
to come
first
back.
to do this. I'm the first
All
to
right.
do it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when you told me about the show, I was like, that's a really cool idea. I really dig the concept of it. So
yeah,
man.
React for React. I think I'm the only one on YouTube right now who's doing this. So
that's awesome.
We're doing more React for Reacts. We could start a whole trend. You could do your own series of React for React.
There you go.
So this is you could preface this song. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so my band, Anthea, we're like a symphonic melodic metal band. And we're based out of LA. And we're currently, this is our first single off our new album that's going to be released off of Rock Shots Records. And the album is out October 23rd. This is the first single. We have a couple more singles coming out. And this song in particular features a friend of mine that actually, speaking of Japan, I met in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah. So her band at the time was called Temperance, and they were opening one of the shows that we played. And yeah, like her.
Is she
vocals,
a guitarist or a vocalist? She's
a vocalist. So
okay.
So yeah, this song is a duet, and like when we played that show together, I heard her singing live, and I was blown away by her vocals, and I was like, when I need a second vocalist, she's gonna be the first person I contact. and so yeah, I did when we were doing this song. I hit her up, and she was like super enthusiastic about it, and she did an awesome job on it. And she recorded from Italy and sent it to us, and it's perfect because like the whole song is basically about how like we're all connected and creating the path.
And we really are. And you know, it's kind of cool she's in Italy. Which city though, by the way, if you don't mind?
Again, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Okay.
I'll look it up. If
yeah.
it's to any of the towns.
Bring the light to a never fragile
this reminds me of like 2 other music videos I saw where they don't show the artist until the end of the video.
Okay.
Like there was like one where it's like models walking down the runway, and then they don't. And then the second they showed the guy who's singing the song, he's the cameraman. Like at the end of the video, you know, that kind of reminded me of that concept. Like, I didn't think you guys would be in it, and then at the end, there you guys are. I was like, oh snap!
Yeah, you know, that was kind of a last minute thing. Like, so because my original idea was I just wanted a bunch of shots of like nature and stuff, and we filmed all those shots at like around where I live. And yeah, the director, like after we finished filming like all the footage, he was like, we should have a shot at the end that has the whole band. So like the following week, I call everyone up and we just like get together and like we literally just get that one shot of just us standing there and like in the woods and whatnot.
It was like I would think like the most ridiculous thing if you guys were just walking out of the lake.
Yeah, there you go.
With like some like seaweed on, even though it's like inland water, some of you guys have seaweed on you and you're like walking out.
That'd be awesome. We have this whole song about celebrating life, and then at the end we have zombies. Why not?
I was like, no, we're just going for a swim with our clothes on, you know.
or that, yeah.
And the cool thing is, I like that there's the URL in there, and of course, right now, let's give us the plug for the websites we could visit. And
yeah, so our website is Anthea-Metal.com, so you can find all the information on there. But our Facebook, Facebook.com/Anthea-Metal. Instagram is @Anthea-Metal. And the album is out October 23rd through Rockshots Records. You can pre-order it on our website. Just click on the shop link. And yeah, we're going to be releasing a couple more singles leading up to that. So yeah.
If you guys want to find those links, they're going to be down here in the description below this video. And also, if you guys want to donate more to this show, help with the production, help with me getting out more of these great episodes, please donate to coffee.com/MGC Music right below. And if you want to be on the show, feel free to reach me on Facebook, on Instagram at MGC_TGOM, and on Twitter and Facebook, MGC_Universe. And then I'll be soon coming to a new app called Live It, where my name is also MGC_Universe. So catch that all coming up soon. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be happy to have Diego back. So take care, everybody. Awesome. Tune in to more and repost this on all your different forums. All right, later, guys.